It's important to understand what an objection is. Now, an objection is simply, number one, an excuse, or number two, a reason why customers won't make a decision. I'll give you a few examples of objections. Customers may give you an objection that they don't have any money, or they don't have any time, or they need to talk to a spouse. That's an objection. That's an excuse or a reason why they're not able to make a decision. Now, within this course of handling objections, we're going to understand all the details of each objection, and we're going to learn how to handle every objection and how to determine and anticipate every single objection. But before we continue, let's talk about, why do customers use objections? Why do they give us excuses or reasons for them not to buy? Now, it's very simple. There's going to be a lot of customers that may not be satisfied with the price, or simply they're afraid of committing, so they'll use objections to try to leave. They'll find a reason, they'll find an excuse to try to justify why they're not able to make a decision today and why they should leave. So I'll give you an example. Let's just assume that a customer walks in, he gives us the impression that he's ready to buy. We give him all the options. We give him $70 a month. We give him $150 to $220. And then as soon as we start introducing the initial payment, they're going to start bringing a lot of different objections. Now, the objections are technically an indication that they're not satisfied with the initial payment. They're just using an objection to try to justify why they should leave, to try to convince you that they're not ready today, to try to sell you the idea that they need to come back. But realistically, they are ready. So I'll show you how to handle every single objection, how to overcome, how to anticipate every single objection. So even if you encounter objections, they're just small obstacles that we're going to overcome. Now, there's a difference between justifiable reasons why they're not able to make a decision and objections which we just need to handle. We'll talk about both situations as well. Now, let me remind you once again, objections are reasons and excuses that customers are going to give you to justify why they should leave. Now, the majority of the objections are an indication that they're not satisfied with one of the parts of the options that you're giving them. Now, it's going to be more common for you to encounter a lot of objections when you're introducing the initial payment. They're going to be satisfied within the qualifying. You're going to confirm all the information. You're going to give them the approximate of the monthly payment. They're going to be okay. You're going to give them the exact monthly payment. They're going to be fine with the exact payment. And you're going to give them an approximate of the initial payment. And they're still going to be satisfied, or at least they're going to be positive. But as soon as you introduce the initial payment, they're going to open up a list of different objections, a list of different reasons, a list of different excuses on why they're not able to make a decision, on why they want to come back. They're going to try to sell you the idea that they're not able to make a decision anymore, while a couple minutes ago or a couple minutes prior to their objections, they were satisfied. They confirmed that they were able to make a decision, and there was no indications of any negatives. So once again, objections are excuses and reasons that customers are going to give you for them leaving, to justify why they won't be able to make a decision. Now, it's just an indication that they're not satisfied with the option. Most likely it's going to be within the initial payment. So you're going to have to handle the objection. You're going to have to overcome, to eliminate the objection by justifying, adding value, using all your closing tools, and then you'll be able to obtain a yes. But once again, you need to understand what objections are before you're able to handle them. In a different segment, in a different video, we'll talk about each objection individually, and I'll teach you how to handle each objection. But for now, keep in mind, an objection is an excuse or a reason that customers are going to use to justify why they're not able to leave. But once again, it's not a true objection. It's just an excuse. All you need to know is that every objection has a solution, and most importantly, that their objection is just an indication that they're not satisfied with the actual price.